Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, May 19th, state that Nina Reeves will slap Carly Spencer as Sasha Gilmore Corbin is called to testify. Jason Morgan will also receive some disturbing news. So let's speak about everything that happened on Monday's explosive GH episode. Brooklyn Quartermain appears to be reaching out to Dante Falconeri in an attempt to soften his stance against Giovanni Gio Palmieri, but she will eventually worry that she has exacerbated matters. Gio will argue that he can stand on his own, but Brooklyn will continue to be concerned about him now that the issue with Dante is taking its toll. Over with Lulu Spencer, she promises Cody Bell that she will not stop until she gets proof. Lulu is determined to find evidence that Gio is Dante and Brooklyn's child, so she'll keep investigating and will get new information with Cody's assistance. Drew Kane will appear smug as he assures Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner, that he has the matter under control. Drew may believe that now that Curtis has confronted Drew about blackmailing Portia Robinson, he would find it easier to persuade Curtis to comply. Drew will undoubtedly remind Curtis that he is the one in charge here, knowing that he has the potential to ruin Portia's career. Sasha will next provide Jason with some alarming updates. Rick Lansing will invite Sasha to testify at the divorce and custody court, so she will inform Jason and wonder why. Sasha would understandably dread the worst, and wonder if Rick has somehow discovered out she is pregnant. Jason will try to calm Sasha down before she jumps to conclusions about Michael Corinthos' baby. Rick is unaware of the baby's true father, but all of this could lead to the revelation that Sasha slept with Michael and became pregnant by him. Will that be a significant surprise in court? Of course, Sonny Corinthos will be hoping to avoid any surprises, at least for now. Sonny will encourage Willow Corinthos to request a postponement so Michael can return home and testify in court. Willow, on the other hand, may do what Drew believes is best because she essentially follows his orders most of the time. Carly will enrage Nina in her house. Nina appears to be learning that Carly was the one who pushed for the court date, and that she plans to battle for Michael's children. Fans will surely want to watch Monday's preview video, which depicts Nina hitting Carly across the face. Finally, General Hospital spoilers indicate that Carly will open up to Jocelyn about the entire situation, giving Joss the opportunity to express her thoughts. I'm taking a different approach to this week's General Hospital column, which focuses on what the nurses' ball needs to deliver next week. The past 2 weeks have been setting up several explosive stories, and the show now needs to deliver. Of course, we expect to be entertained with some fantastic performances, but it's time for the viewers to get their payoff after months and months of patient waiting regarding several storylines that have stalled. Shall we discuss? Drew's permanent downfall. Drew and Nina are the red carpet hunks, so I believe Nina will be his target now that he has acquired what appears to be ketamine from Brad. Ezra informed Drew that Nina had made Jacinda's acquaintance, which led him to believe that she was also involved in his drugging. Okay, it already appears that this year's ball is off to a poor start with them hosting the red carpet. What could be worse than Willow and Drew both being caught in public scandals involving a party drug? It would cast serious doubt on Drew's "a hooker drugged me" claims and look terrible for them as parents involved. Perhaps Nina's and Willow's drinks were switched in an attempt to make a fool of Nina on the red carpet? Whatever happens, there needs to be a big event that leaves things looking even bleaker for Willow, who was recently served with divorce and custody papers. Of course, after Portia's declaration on Friday that she hates Drew and that he needs to be stopped, we'll accept someone gunning Drew down at the ball as the equivalent of him getting his just desserts. Drew needs to face punishment, and soon. Other possibilities include Willow learning that Drew and Nina slept together, or getting proof that he lied about Jason's alibi when Cyrus disappeared. But that last one isn't good enough. The viewers want Drew's blood. Many fans are not only upset with Brooklyn's retconned adoption storyline, but also with Lulu's involvement in it. Now Lulu is dragging Cody into this mess, setting the stage for her to take him down with her when it all comes out. The adoption and Lulu's suspicion that Gio is Brooklyn and Dante's son are far too well known, and half of Port Charles is already aware of it. I predicted in a previous column that the truth could be revealed when Gio performs at the ball and Lulu gets caught arguing with Lois or Brooklyn on a hot mic backstage, revealing the secret for all to hear. The Rocco incident has already strained Dante and Joe's relationship. When the truth is revealed, Dante will most likely be left out in the cold by his son. Gio and Brooklyn may form a bond over the fact that Lois and Gloria have lied to them both, and Sunny is going to have something to say to Lois. Tracy will also have to confront a blood link between her family and Sunny's, which she despises. Lulu's refusal to let this go and stay out of Brooklyn's life needs to have long-term consequences for her. Maxie's a smart cookie and will probably connect the dots back to Brooklyn's attempt to make her choose between her and Lulu. We're hoping Maxie has a lot to say to both of her besties when the dust settles. A hint about what Sidwell is doing to would be nice. Was he the one who tried to kill Sunny not once but twice? Why did he give Helena's knife to Alexis? What is he doing in Port Charles? And why does he want Sunny's peers? Come on, writers, throw us a bone. I've been saying for a while now that the nurses' ball should facilitate Michael's return, but now that we know the divorce and custody hearing is set for June 2nd, it seems like a long shot. Still, Drew and Willow leaving the ball in disgrace could pave the way for Michael's return to take them on, surprising everyone when he enters the courtroom. But that doesn't mean a mysterious, faceless man in black can't lurk behind the scenes at the ball, plotting revenge and this week's storyline considerations. Emma immediately knew Joss stole her work in the research position and wanted to confront Dalton, but Anna stopped her. Does she know more about Dalton than she's letting on? Even Anna's possible involvement isn't getting me any more excited about this junior spy storyline, or what horrors Dalton is doing to lab animals. I won't be surprised if there is some Marvel tie-in and Dalton is implementing AI brain chips into animals and making his own R. Lucky discovered that Alexis is also aware that Christina attempted to kill Ava, and that Ava and Rick are blackmailing Alexis about it. While this was going on, Liz was telling Lucas that she is afraid she will lose Lucky, but believes it will be due to his constant desire for adventure. Fans of Lucky and Liz are quickly realizing that Hurricane Christina will destroy their most recent attempt at a relationship. Kai is working hard on his physical therapy so that he may attend the nurses' ball and support Trina. All I can say is that I hope there isn't a bomb involved, which would re-injure Kai and cause a disaster. To be honest, Kai and Trina aren't doing much for me. Curtis calling Drew out for blackmailing Portia was a wonderful cliffhanger to end the week on, and hopefully this will not prevent Drew from getting what he deserves at the ball. Finally, Tracy's performance may be the highlight of the ball for me this year, at least as far as the performances go. This concludes this week's column. As always, please share your ideas, opinions, and predictions in the comments section below. Also, what do you want to see happen at the nurses' ball? Nina Reeves slapped Carly Corinthos across the face in the middle of the Metro Court, igniting the long-standing feud between the two women. The confrontation, witnessed by several stunned onlookers, quickly became the talk of the town, reigniting their tangled history, which includes betrayals, secrets, and a bitter custody battle. Carly, determined to hold Nina accountable, filed assault charges, ensuring that the matter would not be brushed aside. The police were called, and statements were taken from witnesses, including several Metro Court employees who confirmed Nina's aggressive actions. Nina, though initially defiant, soon realized the gravity of the situation, especially when she was formally served with legal papers. Her attorney Martin Gra. In the meantime, the situation took an unexpected turn when SASHA Gilmore was subpoenaed to testify. The reason for her involvement remains unclear, but sources suggest that SASHA may have crucial information pertaining to the ongoing hostilities between Carly and Nina. SASHA, who has been struggling with her own personal demons, was reportedly blindsided by the summons. Though she has tried to distance herself from the drama surrounding Nina and Carly, it appears that the past has. SASHA's connection to both women adds another layer of complexity to the case. She was once close to Nina, viewing her as a maternal figure during a time when she desperately needed guidance, but their relationship soured after a series of betrayals and misunderstandings. On the other hand, SASHA's interactions with Carly have been minimal, but given Carly's influence in Port Charles, her testimony could sway the case in either direction. Legal analysts speculate that, as the court date approaches, tensions continue to rise. Nina, though regretful of her impulsive actions, refuses to back down entirely, insisting that Carly provoked her. She maintains that Carly's constant interference in her life, particularly regarding her relationship with Sonny Corinthos, pushed her to the edge. Carly, however, dismisses Nina's justifications, arguing that physical violence is inexcusable. She is determined to see Nina face consequences, not just. Carly's allies, including Jason Morgan and Drew Kane, have rallied in support of her, deepening the schism in Port Charles. Sonny Corinthos, who has tried to remain neutral, has been caught in the middle once more, and his complicated history with both women makes it nearly impossible. As the legal proceedings unfold, the residents of Port Charles are left wondering what SASHA's testimony will reveal. Will her words help Nina's defense, or will they further incriminate her? And if Nina is found guilty, what consequences will she face? The slap may have lasted only a moment, but its impact will be felt for a long time, reshaping relationships and alliances in ways no one could have anticipated. Beyond the courtroom drama, the incident has sparked debates across town about forgiveness, accountability, and the limits of personal grudges. Some sympathize with Nina, arguing that Carly's relentless antagonism drove her to lash out, while others believe that no matter the provocation, violence is never the answer. The court's decision will not only determine legal consequences, but may also set a precedent for future conflicts between Port Charles's most formidable women. In the meantime, Nina and Carly are preparing for battle, each determined to emerge victorious. For Nina, this case is more than just a slap. It's about reclaiming her dignity and standing up to Carly's dominance. For Carly, it's about ensuring that Nina finally faces the music for her actions. For SASHA, her testimony could be the key that unlocks the truth, or the spark that ignites an even greater fire. Drew's downfall and the giant Geo reveal have been built up as pivotal moments in the ongoing narrative, moments that promise to shake the very foundation of the story and leave audiences reeling. The stakes have never been higher, and the anticipation has reached a fever pitch. If these events fail to deliver, if they don't bring down the house in the most spectacular fashion, the consequences could be disastrous, not only for the characters involved but for the audience. Drew's downfall has been teased for what feels like an eternity, with subtle hints and not-so-subtle warnings that his reign of arrogance and manipulation is about to come crashing down. He's been a master of playing both sides, a puppet master who has managed to stay one step ahead of everyone else, until now. The cracks in his carefully constructed facade have started to show, and the walls are closing in. The question isn't whether he'll fall, but how hard and who will. Then there's the ginormous Geo reveal, a mystery that has been lurking in the shadows, teased in whispers and half-truths, always just out of reach. Joe's true nature, his real role in the grand scheme of things, has been one of the most tightly guarded secrets, and the moment of revelation has to be worth the wait. If it's underwhelming, if it doesn't fundamentally change the way viewers perceive the story up to this point, then the entire build-up will have been for nothing. Audiences have been trained to expect the unexpected, to anticipate jaw-dropping moments that redefine the story. If Drew's downfall is too predictable, or if Joe's big reveal feels anticlimactic or worse, unearned, the entire narrative could suffer. There's a delicate balance between shock and satisfaction, between delivering something truly unexpected and making sure it sticks. Drew's downfall could be a masterclass in poetic justice, where every lie, betrayal, and moment of cruelty comes back to haunt him in the most devastating way possible. It could be a scene that lingers in the audience's mind long after it's over, a moment so perfectly crafted that it feels inevitable in hindsight. The pressure is enormous, but so is the potential payoff. If the writers stick the landing, if they deliver on the promises they've made, the impact will be unforgettable. If they falter, if these moments fail to live up to the hype, the disappointment could be irreparable. The audience has been promised a seismic event, a narrative earthquake that reshapes the landscape of the story. Anything less will feel like a betrayal. The General Hospital spoilers for Friday, May 16th state that Willow Corinthos will receive a surprising guest, while Nina Reeves makes a plea to Carly Spencer. Ava Jerome will also issue a warning related to Drew Kane, so there will be some intriguing events in Port Charles. For starters, Ava will discuss strategy with Portia Robinson and encourage her to change things up. Portia has been doing her best to calm Drew, but Ava may believe she should join him in the mud instead. However, Ava may be concerned about what Portia has been selling to Curtis Ashford. Since Curtis is becoming suspicious, Ava may believe Portia needs to approach her Drew dilemma from a different angle. While Ava tells Portia to take a new approach, Sonny Corinthos will give Carly his own caution. Carly will provide updates on the custody problem she has created for Michael Corinthos, causing Sunny to believe she is making a big mistake and advise against fighting the court feud herself. Sunny will no sure be concerned about Carly ruling the show, while Michael is stuck at the clinic with no say in the matter. Sunny will eventually decide to pay Willow a surprise visit. If there is a way to establish peace, Sunny will pursue it and may emphasize the necessity of putting the children first. After telling Curtis about the disaster, Nina will turn to Carly and make an impassioned plea. Nina may persuade Carly to back out and postpone the court date because she is afraid Willow will lose Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos. Carly, on the other hand, is adamant about fighting for Michael's children, and she intends to use Drew's controversy to slander him in front of the judge. Nina started that scandal, so she's made just as much of a mess as Carly. Carly's knowledge of Nina's drugging plot may possibly come back to haunt Nina as the story progresses. In the meantime, Drew will chat with Tracy Quartermain about why Laura Collins must go down. Drew expects some collateral damage, so he predicts Laura's defeat and promotes Ezra Boyle as a far superior mayoral candidate. Tracy will also have a soothing conversation with Brooklyn Quartermain, and she may pledge to handle the entire Lulu Spencer matter. Lulu decided to remove the adoption piece, but GH viewers know she is still striving to substantiate her claim regarding Brooklyn and Dante Falconeri's son. Lulu's goal will include gathering more information on Giovanni Gio Palmieri's mother. Camilla took Gio in as a baby, but Lois Cerullo may not have hidden the trail as completely as she thought. After updating Cody Bell on her next move, Lulu will take additional steps toward obtaining the proof she requires. Across town, Gio will tell Brooklyn about Dante's hostility toward him after Rocco Falconeri's alcohol poisoning. Brooklyn will wish Gio and Dante can make peace, but Gio will not believe Dante respects him and will act as if he should simply wash his hands of all the drama. General Hospital spoilers claim Dante and Joe's problems are worsening just in time for the father-son reveal, so stay tuned. Curtis accuses Drew of blackmailing Portia, and Isaiah uncovers a huge secret. Friday, May 16, 2025. Today on General Hospital, Lulu reveals to Cody that Gio is Brooklyn's son, Ava encourages Portia to come straight with Curtis, and Sunny attempts to work with Willow to find a peaceful solution. Willow discovers Isaiah rehearsing his dancing skills in the nurse's ball rehearsal space. She tells him excellent moves, and he figures she is also here to practice. She claims it's a fantastic distraction from her marital problems, and she might not be Nurse Corinthos for much longer. Willow informs him of her upcoming court date regarding her divorce and custody of her children. She has faith that Drew will safeguard her and her children. She knows she made mistakes, and she is saddened by how things ended with Michael, but she is where she should be. In a perfect world, what is the ideal arrangement that Isaiah envisions for herself and her children? Willow adds, in an ideal world, she hopes Michael sees that they are creating a good family for Wiley and Amelia. She despises the thought of battling for sole custody, which surprises Isaiah that it has gotten this far. He tells her that he believes she is an exceptional nurse and a decent person with a loving heart. He tells her to believe it. Isaiah then exits. Nina questions Curtis in his office as to why he and Aurora aren't going all out after Drew. He explains that Portia believes it will make Aurora appear prejudiced, which Nina finds perplexing given that Portia is aware of Drew's actions against him. Curtis exclaims, "Portia's being blackmailed." Nina appears shocked, but Curtis claims it's just a hunch. He brings up the sports idea which Drew persuaded her to endorse, and now she wants him to stop spreading negative information about Drew. He also discovered Portia at Drew's house, where she claimed to be trying to convince Drew out of Kai's operation. Curtis believes he's talked too much. Nina cannot believe Drew continues coming out on top, and the latest scandal will cost Willow her children. Nina tells Curtis how Michael blindsided Willow with an early court date, and Drew encourages Willow to accept it and seek full custody on the grounds that Michael abandoned his children. Nina predicts a horrible outcome for Willow. Curtis tells Nina that she needs to find someone who can influence Michael, and she believes there is one person he will listen to. She thanks him and walks out. Curtis then phones and requests that someone meet with him in his office right away. Ava encourages Portia to be honest. Ava stops by Portia's office and wonders if she was involved in Drew's latest incident. According to Portia, whomever attempted to take Drew down failed, but Ava claims that many people do not believe he was set up. Portia hopes this is true, as he presses down on her again. She informs Ava that Drew wants her to make sure Curtis does not post unfavorable things about him, that he supports Measure C, and that he favors Ezra for mayor. She swears Curtis will not do any of this. Ava dislikes having more on her plate, but Drew appears to be putting demands of Trina as well. Portia inquires, "What kind of demands?" Ava tells her about the cameraman who is following Trina due to Drew, and she can tell Trina is uneasy, but she feels obligated to participate in this documentary project for Kai's sake. Drew, according to Portia, is very skilled at getting people to do his bidding while giving them the impression that it was their idea. Portia cries that she doesn't want to hate anyone, but she does hate Drew, and this has to end. Ava urges she modify her approach and tell Curtis the truth. Tracy takes a meeting. Tracy meets Drew near the Coeur d'Alene boathouse. He drove his new boat over and figured she wouldn't mind meeting with him since they were working together. Tracy wants Drew to withdraw his support for Azah as mayor, labeling him an imbecile and filth. She claims that Laura is a good mayor. Drew claims Laura is soft on Sonny, so if she wants him gone, Laura must be collateral damage. Drew also wants to renegotiate their contract. In exchange for getting rid of Sonny, he wants to reclaim the Coeur d'Alene name and regain access to the mansion and grounds. Tracy informs him that it is Monica's decision, not hers. Drew believes that ridding the town of Sonny, the guy who murdered her and Alan's only son, will sway Monica. Tracy says he got his name back, and that's all she can tell him. She informs him that this is Monica's property, so get off it. She runs away screeching, "Alan gave it to her." Sonny and Carly disagree. Sonny brings Donna home to Carly. The kid tells her mother that her father wasn't permitted to watch her because it was a closed practice, but they did get to see Gio. Carly sends Donna off to do her homework, and she asks Sonny how he's doing, hoping he's not overdoing it. He claims he isn't, that Donna is fantastic medication for him. Carly urges Sonny to prepare for their court date. When Sonny hears the date is June 2nd, he hopes she did not ask Michael to shorten his treatment for this reason. Carly didn't, and she claims she'll handle it herself. Sonny exclaims, "That's a mistake." Carly explains that Diane would argue that Drew's lifestyle has endangered Michael's children. Sonny claims Drew, Willow, and Nina will fight this, but Carly is confident that the fact that Drew slept with his nephew's wife and took body pictures from a prostitute, all of which were seen on film, will work in their favor. When those are produced in court, she is confident she will win custody of the children, and they will stay with her until Michael returns home. Sonny accuses her of overstepping. This is Michael's life and choice, and it will cost her. Carly can cope with Michael being upset with her, as long as their grandchildren are happy and safe. Sonny reminds her that if Michael loses his children as a result of this, she may also lose Michael. Cody is surprised to learn that Lulu believes Dante and Brooke Lynn's son is Gio. Just then Gio and Brooke Lynn come, and Gio claims to have heard his name. Cody claims they were only discussing what happened to Rocco. Gio apologizes to Lulu again, and Brooke Lynn defends him, claiming that he brought Rocco to the boathouse so Cody could assist him. Gio and Brooke Lynn go for coffee. Lulu asks Cody, "Mother-son coffee date?" While they wait for their drinks, Brooke Lynn and Gio discuss the party, and Gio thanks her for standing up for him just now. Brooke Lynn vows that everything will be back to normal soon. They receive their coffee, and before leaving, Brooke Lynn tells Lulu and Cody that she hopes they'll attend the nurses' ball to see Gio sing because he's a star. After they leave, Lulu tells Cody, "I rest my case." Cody believes Lulu may be seeing what she wants to see. Yes, Lois and Gloria adore Gio, and Brooke Lynn has watched him grow up. Lulu acknowledges she doesn't know if Brooke Lynn is aware that Gio is her son, but everyone knows Brooke Lynn is a darn excellent liar. Everything tells her that Gio is her son, and she must prove it. Lulu claims Lois fought hard for Joe's adoption, which Lois and Gloria arranged according to Brooke Lynn. She believes that cousin Camilla, Joe's mother, is the proof they need. She shows Cody all of her research so far, which suggests Brooke Lynn gave birth in San Francisco around May 15th, whereas Gio claims he was born on June 4th in Los Angeles. Lulu says they need to find out where Camilla was and what she was doing on the day Brooke Lynn gave birth. Gio and Brooke Lynn return home and run into Rocco in the kitchen. Gio asks how he is doing. Rocco says he's grounded till he's 54, but he's fine. He apologizes to Gio for putting him in a poor situation, although Gio did not force him drink or attend the party. He claims his father is still unhappy with him, but none of this was his fault, and he is deeply remorseful. Gio wants Rocco to swear him no more drinking till he becomes 21, and not to let him cause difficulties between him and his father. Rocco leaves after Gio reassures the youngster that everything is fine. Brooklyn tells Gio that he handled it nicely, and Dante will get over it. Gio claims Dante has made it apparent that he has no need for him, and he is fine with it. Dante clearly dislikes him on a deeper level. Gio becomes emotional and departs to study. Tracy later appears in the kitchen and sees Brooklyn, who appears to be down. Brooklyn tells how Dante was harsh on Gio, but Tracy believes Dante will get over it. Brooklyn admits that she is also struggling with something else. It is her baby's birthday today. She'd grown so adept at shrugging things off in the past, but now that everything is out, she can't stop thinking about her son. He is 22 today. Tracy has a birthday present for her and the boy, and she explains that she convinced Lulu to remove the adoption piece. Brooklyn is relieved and does not want her to interrupt her son's life. Tracy claims she can rest, and unless she chooses otherwise, no one will know she put up a kid for adoption. In the final moments, in her office, Portia sobs to Ava because she can't tell Curtis the truth. Ava tells her not to dig herself in deeper. She says she can't. If Curtis discovers she's been lying to him, their marriage would be finished. Isaiah is right outside her office when he hears this. Drew walks into Curtis' office and asks what he wants to talk about after hearing him sound upset on the phone. Curtis informs Drew that he knows he is blackmailing his wife. Sonny discovers Willow at the nurse's ball area. He is aware of the next court hearing and is concerned that it may get ugly. She agrees. He believes they can prevent this from happening and reach an agreement. He wants them to find a solution that works best for the kids and make peace, even without Carly and Drew. Nina shows up at Carly's doorway. Carly claims she doesn't have time for her, but Nina tells her to find time before Drew destroys their grandchildren's futures. Lois understands that concealing this from Dante will be extremely difficult for Chase to bear. He admits it's difficult, but it's not his secret to share. Lois wonders if she made a mistake by not persuading Brooklyn to keep the baby. He claims she did her best and Brooklyn was so little. He advises her to focus on the present moment, and that wherever Brooklyn's son is, he has a loving family because of her. Lulu is on the phone in a coffee shop, inquiring about the St. Ignatius Catholic Adoption Agency in Brooklyn. Cody comes across her and could swear Tracy stated she ditched her adoption story. She verifies that she did, and she was simply tying up some loose ends. Cody sits with her and tells her that this article has really upset Brooklyn, and he keeps finding her lying about it, so he needs the complete story. Lulu says she is looking into finding Brooklyn's baby boy with Dante, whom she had given up for adoption. Cody is taken aback. He had assumed Brooklyn had terminated the pregnancy because she had not discussed the baby since. Lulu denies it and recounts how she accidentally discovered that Brooklyn had placed her kid for adoption. She claims she questioned Brooklyn, who corroborated it. Cody never expected Brooklyn to keep a secret like this from Dante. She agrees, and despite her efforts to keep out of it, Dante has a son he is unaware of, which is not right. She claims it is her problem, but Cody believes that as someone who has been lied to for most of his life about his identity, he can't stay out of this and wants to help.